Hello, hello, hello. Snish here. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new, thanks for stopping by. I hope you like what you see and would love to be a subscriber. For those of you who keep coming back, thank you so much for just making my day, for helping us create a little crafting family, and all my kindred spirits. I see you and I really appreciate you. So today will be another week in the Margarete Miller Collage Challenge. This year I've used a book that I got at the thrift store, and it's about 8.5 by 10.5. And I really like the format. Last year I used a Moleskine, and this is just a different way. If you are new and you haven't seen all the collages up to this point, I do have them in my playlist. And let's get on with it. So today is week 40. Wow, week 40. And you know, I still love this one. I don't know, there's just something about it. I usually, if you can tell by the flip throughs, go for brighter kind of colors, but I think it's maybe the coffee. That's supposed to be tea, I think, but reminds me of coffee, which is a staple in my life. And I find sometimes after I'm finished a collage, I think, oh, I'm not really happy with that. But then I go back and invariably I really like it. So the prompts for this week, if you are new to the Margarete Miller Collage Challenge, it is a set of weekly prompts that Margarete Miller creates. And I think this is the 4th year that she's done it. You can find the prompts on her Etsy shop, which is Mellow Miller. So let's get on with it. So the prompts for this week are a written signature, something from mythology or legend, something heavy, pattern paper in a neutral color, clear tape or masking tape, and bonus is a bit of yellow. So I'm going to start, as I usually do, and just get down some of my background papers. I am going to try to stick with some tape runner, as it just puts less moisture in my page. And for those of you who are new, I don't really get on with a glue stick, so I like my tape runner. I've been a scrapbooker, card maker, well, I've been a crafter for, I'm not even going to tell you how many years, but I guess it was in the 80s that I started to do the sort of scrapbooking, and in the 90s I did classes, local scrapbooking kind of classes. And then I kind of got away from scrapbooking and went into more card making, because you can only do so much scrapbooking. So for this one here, I actually wanted to raise this a bit. Not sure if this will work out. Let's give her a go. That's all right, it's stuck down. We'll figure it out. Oh, I know what I can do. Right, so this is I'll get to my image in a second. Right, so I'm going to do some masking tape. So washi tape is essentially masking tape. And I was hoping that this would come up. So before I do that, let's find another piece of neutral background paper. I think this looks good. And we'll just stick this on here. And voila. That's pretty good. Okay. So yeah, so washi tape, either the PET tape, PET tape, or the regular washi, is just clear tape or masking tape that's been decorated. And I love washi tape. So I'm going to get a little piece of this washi down. I don't even know where I got it. But I thought, hey, I haven't used this in ages. If I can get it off the backing here. Which, let's give her a go here. My thumbs are bothering me today. All right, so kind of hoping that this is going to work out about here and lower, like that much lower. Let's give her a go. Right, so for my heavy, my image for today is going to be a planet, you know, stars, buildings, mountains are heavy. So I saw this. I have this awesome book that I got at the thrift store ages ago. Can't even remember what thrift store it was. The physics devotional. And the images in here are just out of this world. And I'm a big physics person. I was always this blend of science and arts, which I think has suited me well in my life. But when I saw this image, I just thought, this is exactly going to go with the other images. So something from mythology or legend. Well, I have Atlas. He's holding the world and the universe, the stars. He's balancing them on his shoulders. And I think that's where, I didn't look it up, but where you feel like the world is on your shoulders. And isn't that a heavy feeling? So I have that. And I have that. I am going to put a little layer underneath him because I wanted the purples, and you can't quite tell here, but there's really undertones of like a lavender or mauves. And this here, which is quite neutral, but it does have a hint of that as well. And when you put it behind there, it really makes that image pop. So I'm happy to layer that up. And I find with my collages, I do a lot of layering. I do it for a number of reasons. One is it gives me a border or a division, and that's crooked, between images and, where are my scissors? But it also allows images to pop. And I really like that. So that's just a little beginner tip there. Okay, so we've got that image of Mr. Atlas. And boy, he's pretty fit. So then, what else? Oh, and all right. So I want to get these down first. But I do have another image, which I found of the moon, which would be heavy as well. So I'm kind of liking that there. So I'm going to put that down right there. And I do want to have a spot for my prompt, because I like to put my prompt behind my collage. Today is a Sunday morning. I'm doing this a little advanced. And it has been a glorious morning already. I have got so much stuff done. I spent a little time in reflection this morning. And then, because I was up early, as I usually am. How about there? Awesome. So then I set to doing things that were on my list to do. I don't think anything's going to tuck underneath that. I cleaned out my Keurig machine. Bobby gave me a Keurig machine many years ago now, and I'm telling you, it has has stood the test of time, because I'm not using it so much right now. I'm doing some my coffee press, but it has gotten its mileage. But I wanted to clean it up. I love that little image. And I want it kind of up there. And then stars. I'm going to put stars. They're kind of heavy. The other thing I have for a bit of yellow, I have a tag, as well as a sunflower is a bit of yellow. And then I have this little ticket. So I thought I would do a little cluster kind of there. I have this bee, which is a hint of yellow. And I just thought that would be fun. I have another little butterfly, which is a hint of yellow. And then I have some flowers. I wasn't sure about that, because I have the world again. I have a little map view of the world, which I thought I would do another little collage. And then this is a stamp I got, and I believe I had it in Happy Mail, maybe from Lynn. And it's the sun and the moon and the heavens. And I just thought that that would go really well. So I'm thinking something like this. I do want to cover this because sometimes I find it distracting to look at the two collages together. And I had a little piece of white paper that I would put over top of there, but I can't seem to find it. So I'll just get another one. There we go. And then I can concentrate on this one. So I'm thinking something like this. What do you think? Because the other thing is that I've pulled out some more washi tape that I feel might go with this. So I want to save a little room for washi. So I think before I get down some of these little embellishments, then we'll do a little washi. My stars got caught underneath my paper. Okay. So I'm going to have to pull it a little bit closer to me because I'm getting a glare on that. That's the thing with using glossy stuff, is that you sometimes get a glare. So I'm thinking that, I wonder if we would put that down. Sort of like a purpley tone, which is, I pulled those out. And then I do have this one here, which is paper-backed. I think I got this at the washi shop. And it has a little bit of sparkle, which you can kind of see, and it's the constellations and stuff. Let's see about that. Either there. I think that purple and yellow are such complementary colors that I'm going to put it on this side because that's where I'm going to layer my yellow. So I just need to get it off the backing there. Yeah, so I managed to get the Keurig cleaned. I did, again, be very naughty. I usually only go on Saturday morning to treat myself, but I went this morning to get another pumpkin spice latte at Tim Hortons. I couldn't really afford to get them every day of the week. My gosh. They're as expensive as Starbucks, for sure. Oh, right, and then that would be good because I'm putting that yellow little butterfly, and that's just a hint of, oh, I like how that looks. Okay, so what about, I'd like to put a little something here. I have Starry, Starry Night from Van Gogh because I absolutely love him, and it brings back memories of my mom. She knew how much I loved it. When she came to visit me once and I was living in London, she went and bought me one of his prints. It was a framed print of the sunflowers. And I had that for a long time. And I was thinking about that the other day, and I must have left it. I had this little attic compartment in my house in the UK before I left. And I think I had stored some stuff up there and had forgot it. Okay, so I'm kind of liking how that's looking. And I think that's probably good. I do have some of these little browns, but I can add them in later. So I want to get this down, which I do want to have here. And that already has like a frame on it, so I don't really have to worry of trying to stand this image apart from the others, which I would do with layering and washies and strips of paper. That is gorgeous. And then these little stars, I just want it coming down the side here. But I want, there we go. And with this I will have to use glue. I just use Elmer's glue. It is the glue all, not the school glue. The glue all has less water. And for all the collaging, paperwork, your basic stuff, it's perfect, really, and it's cheap. You know, I'm not spending all kinds of money on something like glitter glue. Okay, so with this one here, let's have a look and see about spacing. I want the butterfly to have some of its own room, and then kind of something like that, I think. Yeah, I think that looks good there. So let's just get that down. Then after I did the Cure, after I got back from Tim Hortons, and my guilty pleasure, I had done laundry yesterday and realized that I've been starting to wear some of my long-sleeved, the Gildan I was talking about in my last video that I get at Michael's. I then just make t-shirt, like I put a logo on it, something that I like in the flocking. So I've been wearing more of those, but my wardrobe is small, so I have to kind of rotate stuff. And I realize that I just can't access certain stuff. So I spent time this morning just organizing that for winter. Or at least fall. I don't want to talk about winter yet. I love that bee. I'm going to put him about there. And then just a little bit of layering there. I do want to fussy cut just this out a little bit so that there's not so much white showing in between the little leaves here. And I got sticky. I was cutting something sticky with my scissors, so I have to take them out and wash them. Try to get the stickiness off. So I've done that already. The Keurig machine took an hour to clean. Oh, there's something going on outside. You know, I can sit here in silence most of the day, and then I go to film something and it never fails. All right, so I'm kind of thinking that will go like that. So it's going to be a busy week this week. I'm training new staff again. But then I only have one more week, which is the first week in October. And then I should be finished. I'm helping. We just have a lot of stuff going on at work with new processes and things, so I'm just helping out with the training part of it. Okay, and then I want to layer that. Actually, I'm going to cut. This is why my things get sticky. I have an island in my kitchen. And I think last video I was saying I had gone to Dollar Store and bought just a cheap wipeable tablecloth to put over top of it. And on the back side of it, the side kind of facing the table, as it's just plain back, and then there's drawers and a couple doors on the other side facing my other cupboards where I can get at them. I had put a bunch of pictures that I had taken in Iceland. So, and I kind of made them black and white, or some of them I just did a really light tint of green if there was like greenery. And I had gone to Costco and had picked up a bunch of frames. So to put them on the back of the stand, I had used those Velcro strips that you can get, the 3M strips. So they've been up there. They've been there, 6 years, I guess. And they're just starting, the glue on the adhesive on the Velcro part is just starting to dry up. So they're falling off. So I needed to fix a couple of those. I'll do that today. I have a couple things to take to Value Village. That's our thrift store here in Halifax, one of them. So I'm going to do that later today. I've gone through my knitwear of things that I didn't get donated last year, some hats and stuff, so I want to take that to the homeless drop off. They have one at our library, so it's not just for homeless, but anyways, I'm going to take it to the local library and put it in the bin there. I want to go over and do some photocopying. I think these little bees and the little butterfly just really sets this off in some way. So then another hint of yellow. I kind of thought those flowers would go there, but I wanted them to be, I don't really like all of the white there. So let's just see if we can take out some of this white. I could just put them down individually, but I did like some of the whiteness because this is quite a dark collage. So I just wanted to brighten it up a little bit, but I didn't want, yeah, I think that's better. So I'm thinking of putting a little bit of washi tape there along the bottom. I do have another one of these, this color, which is like galaxies and stuff, but that is a bit dark. I have another Van Gogh, but I'm not sure if I like that. Let's try it. Actually, I do kind of like it because it's got the yellow. So let's leave it, but let's make it a bit straighter. Where'd my, there I go. Yeah, and then it's kind of like it's grounded. And and the ground goes up like that, and it's almost like it was meant for those flowers. Okay, so let's get that down. So there's our hint of yellow. And then the only other thing that I had, besides the washi, is this flower here. But I'm not really sure. I think that would take away from it. I do think there should be a little something there to break up that. So I do have this washi. Oh, I think that would be perfect. Which is clear tape. It's clear washi, but it has the daisies. And I think that that would work really well. So I'm going to use that. Scissors are getting dull. I bought these scissors at the dollar store, and they were one of the best scissors. When I was at the dollar store the other day and I was getting the tablecloth, or the tablecloth for the island, I saw these Fisker's Children scissors, and they have a round end. But I've been looking for a pair of scissors just like them to groom Chester, because I don't want them to have a sharp end, but I need them to be relatively sharp. He's a long-haired cat, and I have to trim his back end and stuff, or he can't get to that himself, and I just got to keep on top of trimming him because he's very long-haired. So I thought I'm going to take those home and try them, and if they're not good for that, then I'll have them. Well, they're perfect. They're quite sharp, but not, and they're blunt ends, so I don't have to worry about cutting them, like poking them and cutting them. So I was happy with that, and they were only a couple dollars. All right, well, I think I could keep adding some washi here and there, but I think that is our collage for this week. We have everything that we need, and I'm quite happy with that one. So thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy it, I'd love to have a like and subscribe if you haven't. No pressure. But until we meet again, I hope you stay safe and well, and bye for now.